Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with the fourth unit, which is titled The Art of Advertising. Our lesson today is the four meaning and function in your books, page 58 and 59. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 58 and 59, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started in here. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to differentiate between the possessive adjectives and the possessive pronouns. What are they? How can I use them, these or those? Use the pronouns when and whens, and also use the quantitative to and enough. So we're going to compare between each two at a time. Let's go back to this school trip. If you still remember them from the previous lesson. We're having these kids are at the museum, and this one is their tour guide. Let's listen to her and their questions. Welcome to the Museum of Art. Everything you see is valuable, so take care while you are going around. Read the card beside each object, but do not lean on anything. Then here we have a question. What is this? That is a sculpture. It is 300 years old. Then, wow, that is too old. Then we're having another question. What about that? Which one? The blue one. Then she will answer, it is a glass piece of art. I love this. He would reply, it's written here. It is worth 3 million. It is too expensive. It's good enough for a piece of art. Then, whose phone is this? Someone will reply, it's mine. It is my phone. Then, here the tour guide will tell, take care of your belongings. Anything that belongs to you, take care of it. Let's take this. Here we're having this little girl, she found a phone and she's asking, whose phone is this? This phone is for whom? And someone will answer, it's mine. It is my phone. So what are we using in here? Here we're focusing on the idea of whose. What do we mean by whose? This thing belongs to someone. Whose thing it is. So let's look at this umbrella. We're having one umbrella and two gentlemen. So the question is, who does it belong to? The question will be, whose umbrella is this? For whom is it? We can tell. One of them is going to tell us, it is my umbrella and it is his umbrella. And we can also say that it is his, it is mine. The same meaning. The grammar is different. How about in here? This family are going on holiday and we're having here a suitcase, or yes, it is a suitcase. I want to know who does it belong to? I will ask, whose suitcase is that? She will say, it's my suitcase. And he will say, it is her suitcase. And we can also say, it is mine or it is hers. The same meaning, different usage. So in here, we're having the use of the possessive adjective and the possessive pronoun. You remember the pronouns he, she, and it? We're using them here in a different way. So the possessive adjectives are his, her, its, their, your, our, and we're having my. However, for the possessive pronouns are his, hers, its, theirs, yours, ours, and mine. However, what is the difference between them? Let's use them in sentences. The first one here, it is my cell phone. So I have used here my, which is the possessive adjective. My, then we have used the noun, just like the adjective. Big cell phone or blue cell phone. Or we can use it another way. The cell phone is mine. The cell phone is mine by the very end of the sentence. Another example, And here, they are her bags. Notice before the noun, we have used it. How about the possessive pronoun? The bags are hers, for her. So this is the difference between the possessive adjective and the possessive pronoun. Here we're going to try to use them, what comes before the noun and what comes after the verb. Exercise O on page 118 in your workbooks. So workbooks, page 118, exercise O. Complete the conversation with the correct possessive pronoun. Now you're going to use just the possessive pronouns. Here, whose trousers or pants are these? Are they yours? Are they for you, Ali? Then he will answer yes, they are for me, so they are mine. Number 2, don't buy that dress, Sabah. It isn't your color. Then she will answer, oh, it is my favorite color. 3, is that mom's wallet? She will reply, no, that isn't hers. Mom's wallet is in her coat. Number 4, is this your family house, Mr. Morris? Yes, it is ours. My wife and I bought it last year. Let's take one of them and we will focus on it. Here we will speak about they are mine. You notice, usually the possessive pronouns will come by the very end of the sentence. I'm saying usually, it's not always. What comes before it is a verb, just like any other one. So the possessive pronoun it is mine, it is hers. But notice this one here, that is not hers by the end of the sentence. However, for the possessive adjective, just like any adjective, it comes before the noun. Like here, your color, this is our noun, my color. Or her, this is the possessive adjective, and here we have the coat, her coat, for her. Okay, back into here to we're having these. He's asking a question. What about that? She will say, which one? And we're having a reply, the blue one. And she said, it is a glass piece of art. I want you to notice in here the word one. When we are using one, what does it refer to? It refers actually to this one, to this thing, the blue one, the blue piece of art. Instead of repeating yourself again and again and again, it's a good idea to use one instead of repeating yourself. So we're having one and ones. It is obvious, one if we're having singular, ones if we're having more than one. So let's look into here. I am trying to buy a t-shirt and we're having multiple colors. Now, the shopkeeper is trying to help me and he will say, I will ask him, can I see that t-shirt? We're having many. I am not very specific. So he will ask me, he will say, which one? Which one? Which t-shirt? And I will say, the green one. You notice, one, it is the t-shirt, and one here is the t-shirt. I can take out one and I will replace it with the noun, which is the t-shirt. So, can I see that t-shirt? Which t-shirt? And the green t-shirt. Instead of repeating yourself again and again, you can use the pronoun it and you can use one, just to show how good your language is. So here, one and ones, they replace countable nouns in a sentence. Make sure that it is a countable. It's a pen, you're speaking about computers, something that is countable, not water. So, countable nouns. Also, one, we will use it, we're having one and ones. One, we will use it with singular countable nouns. Only one. So we are using it one with one. Just like here, which is your jacket? Then I will say the black jacket or the black one. I'm speaking about only one of them. The black one, the black jacket. How about ones? I'm speaking here about things, plural countable nouns, not one, a group. So plural. Like here, which are your shoes? Notice, shoes are. So the green ones, I'm speaking about these, the green ones. So notice, as easy as one for one, ones for more than one. Okay, so let's look at this, this boy. He's a kind of confused. He will ask us a question. Which t-shirt should I choose? He wants to choose a t-shirt. He is confused between two. The blue t-shirt, the red t-shirt, and the yellow t-shirt. So let's check in here. The red one is too expensive. It's too expensive for me. The yellow one is too bright for me. He didn't like the color. And also, the red one is not big enough. The yellow one is warm enough. What have we used in here? For the t-shirt, we have used one. Let's read the sentences back again without one, and we will change it with the countable noun. So the red t-shirt is too expensive. The yellow t-shirt is too bright. The red t-shirt is not big enough, and the yellow t-shirt is warm enough. So instead of the word repeating, use a pronoun or use one. Okay? And here, back to our friends in here, and they are speaking to the tour guide. That is a sculpture. It is 300 years old. And someone will reply, wow, that is too old, very old. Then it's written, it is worth 3 millions. What do you think of 3 millions? She will say, it's too expensive, more than I can do, I can pay. It is good enough for a piece of art, good enough. So here we're using too and enough when we are speaking about the quantity, whether it is enough or more than enough. So in here we're having too and enough. They indicate degree to modify adjectives, adverbs, and noun. So you are telling me it's hot, it's cold, whether too or enough, the level, too or enough. And we are trying to modify a noun, an adjective, and also an adverb. So the too and the enough, too means more than I need. It is too bright. I need something that is less bright than that. However, for enough, it means this is exactly what I need, not enough, less than what you need. Okay? So let's look at this car. We're having two boys are driving. One is younger than the other. Here we are speaking about this boy, the younger one. So he is 10. He is too young to drive. If you are 10, you can drive. You are not young enough. You are, let's say, you need to be older. So how about the other one? He is 18. He is old enough to drive. Let's look into this in here. And young is the adjective and old is the adjective. We have used too, and also we have used enough. So we are using too and enough with what? With the adjectives, nouns and adverbs as well. However, too comes before the adjective and enough comes after. Old enough, too old. Too old and old enough. So after the too, we will use the adjective too old, too young, too big or too warm for me. However, for enough, the adjective will come before it, old enough, young enough, big enough. Okay, so these they are. Now let's try to do this exercise. Here we're having, if you want to play basketball, you need to be, the adjective, you need to be tall. So these two little boys, they are short. We are short to play basketball. This is our adjective. What comes before it, is it too or enough? We are too short to play basketball. We can't play, we are too short. Also, he will reply to them, you aren't tall to play basketball. So notice, after the adjective, we will use you are not tall enough. You need to be taller so you can play. One more in here. It's very heavy for him. Here we will have a small h. That is heavy to lift. Here we're having an adjective. What comes before the adjective? Before the adjective, it is too heavy to carry or to lift. Too heavy. I can't do it. He will reply to him, you aren't strong to carry it. After the adjective, you will reply, you will use enough for two. You are not strong enough. You need to be stronger so you can do it. You are not strong enough. Too heavy, strong enough. One more. Here we're having you still have time to revise before the finals. Here we're having the noun. Before it, you still have enough time. There is still enough time for you to study. It's never too late to study. It's never too late to do something. Okay? These they are. Now let's try to come up to your books, page 59. Page 59 in your books, exercise C. Complete the conversation, choose the correct word. Here we're going to choose the possessive adjective or possessive pronoun, one or ones, or we're having enough or two. The mom is here. Which socks are your or yours? Notice here we are by the end of the sentence. So, which socks, more than one, and we will use yours. Which socks are yours? Hamid, the black one or ones. Notice, socks just like shoes, pair, two. So the black, we are speaking about are the black ones. The red ones, this is another clue for you, aren't my or mine. By the end of the sentence, possessive adjective or pronoun, the pronoun. They aren't mine. I think they are Ali's, his. They are his or him size. Notice here we're having a noun. What comes before it? They are his size, or they are his. Next, is this your or yours hat? Here we're speaking about the hat. What comes before the hat? Is it your or yours? Is this your hat? Is this hat yours? Then Hamid, no. That is too or enough small. This is the adjective. What comes before the adjective? It is too small or big enough. Small, too small for me. My or mine is the blue one. Mine is the blue one. Mine is, instead of the pronoun, it is the blue one. Now let's speak about this backpack. The mom is still asking whose or who backpack is this? Now we're having whose for whom and who a person. I'm speaking actually about the bag. So whose backpack is this? Hamid, which one or ones? Notice a backpack and it is one. Which one or ones? It is one. Which one? Let me see. The blue ones or one, still speaking about the bag. The blue one. So speaking about one thing, you will use the one. Then, and this football kit, it is like the t-shirt and the shorts. So, whose or who does it belong to? Now I want a name. So, who does it belong to? For whom? It is too or enough clean. This is the adjective before the adjective. It is too clean to be Ali's. It's very clean for Ali. Then Hamid will answer, that is mine or my football kit. We're having a noun afterwards, so that is my football kit. Have you seen my or mine football boots? The noun. So here we will speak about my football boots. Have you seen mine? At the end of the sentence. Okay, here in your workbooks, we're doing the same thing. In your workbooks, page 18, exercise P. Here, circle the correct word. You will choose whether one or ones. You will choose whether the possessive adjective or pronoun. So, Umar and Greg. Umar, who is or whose blue bicycle is this? Who is for someone. Who and is. Whose. So we will choose for whom, which is whose. Whose blue bicycle is this? Is it yours or your, Greg? By the end of the sentence, is it yours? Is this for you? He will reply, no, it isn't my or mine. Notice we are speaking at the end of the sentence. It isn't mine. It is too or enough small. This is the adjective. What comes before it? It is too small for me. Then he will reply, it belongs to my younger brother. So here, it belongs to my brother. Omar will say, so, who or which bike is yours? I'm speaking about something in here. Which bike or who bike? I'm speaking. So, which one? Choose. Which bike is yours? That big black one or ones near the wall. So, that for one. I'm speaking about a bike. One or ones. For one or for a group. Singular. That black one. Here we will choose two. Umar will reply, hey, that looks sporty, too or enough to be a racing bike. So it is sporty enough. After the adjective, you will choose enough. One more in here. Let's continue. Greg will say, yes, it is. When I lived in the US, my friends rode their or theirs bikes in races. Before it, after it, we will have a noun which is about bike. So, their or theirs, possessive adjective, their bikes. Great. Why didn't you race too? I didn't. I didn't have a fast bike like, by the very end of the sentence, like yours, like theirs. But my uncle won a race on his bike or on his. You can't use hers because this one is for female, my aunt. For on his. Umar will say, perhaps maybe you will win a race one day if you train hard. After hard, which is the adjective, what comes after it will be enough. If you train too hard or hard enough. Okay, for your homework, I wanted to refer to your workbooks, page 118. We're having an exercise P in your workbooks. I guess that is it for the lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.